I want to show you a few clay methods you can use if you want to create a spirit animal, a vase, pretty much anything that you want to create you can make using these 3 methods that I'm going to show you. So first, this clay is pretty hard and dry, so I'm going to have a cup of water with me and add a little bit of water into my clay, kind of similar to if you were making dough and it was too dry, you want to add some water to it to make it more flexible. So the first method I'm going to show you is called a pinch pot. What you do to make a pinch pot is you have a piece of clay, not too much, just about the size of your hand, and you're going to form it into a ball. So sort of pat it against your own hand to make a ball. The next step for the pinch pot is you're going to push your thumb into the middle of the ball so you have a hole, but not all the way through. After that, you're going to use your thumb and the rest of your fingers to widen the hole until you have kind of a bowl shape or a cup. So this could be used for the body of an animal. You can make 2 pinch pots and join them together. I'll show you how to join 2 pieces of clay together a little later. So this is a pinch pot method. Obviously you'll spend more time and make it more clean than this, but I just want to show you the idea. The next step I want to teach you is called slab. So with slab, you kind of want to take a piece of clay, make it flat, and then use something to either press or roll it out. So I have a bunch of different tools. You can use a big paintbrush like this to roll and make it really flat. So you want it to be a consistent flatness. So this is kind of rippled and I want to make it flatter. Also, you want to switch sides every so often so that it doesn't stick to the table. Okay, once you have a nice flat piece of clay, sort of like pizza, you can use a different tool like this wooden skewer to create different shapes and cut out different shapes. And you kind of like making cookies, you peel away the rest of the clay and you can use it later. So you could use this shape and then add another shape to it to make it 3D. Okay, the last method I'm going to show you is called coil. So in this method, you take a small piece of clay and you use your hand to roll it into the shape of a snake. And you want to keep it round. So if it gets flattened, you can kind of press on it and make it round again. So this method is really good for making legs for animals. You can cut it using a skewer again. To make equal sized legs. So this could be for an animal's legs. Okay, the very last thing I want to teach you is joining 2 pieces of clay together. So let's say you make 2 pinch pots. I'm going to do that very quickly. So I have 1 pinch pot and I want to make the round body of an animal. So there's 1 pot. I'll make 1 more. And now I want to put these pieces together so they don't fall apart. The way you're going to do that is a method called score, slip, seal. So again, this method is called score, slip, seal. So we're gonna score it using the edge of a knife. So you're gonna kind of rub the edge of your clay with the knife so that it has nice jagged edges. That'll help it stick together better. So each step of this is very important to keep your clay together. So I have scored both edges that I want to put together. The next step is you're going to take a mixture of water and clay. So this is called slip. So you can make it yourself by pushing clay into water. So it's necessary to have some clay in there so that it's not just runny water, but you have some sort of like a mud of clay. Okay, so once you have your slip, this is the water clay mixture. You're gonna put a little bit of that on the edge of your one side. You don't need it on both sides. And then we're gonna push the two pieces together so we'll have a ball, but it's hollow inside. And the last step is to seal. So we've done score, slip, and the last step is seal. So you're going to rub the edges so you wouldn't even be able to tell that this is actually two pieces of clay put together. The last thing when you, for example, like add two pinch pots together, you must make a hole in your clay, because if it goes into the oven and there's nowhere for the air to escape, it could explode in the oven. So it's very important that the air can come out of the clay. So those are the three methods. We have the pinch pot, the slab, coil method, and then to connect two pieces, we have score, slip, seal. Using these three methods, you can really make almost anything out of clay. Here's a quetzal that was made using coil, and then a small piece of clay. This was slab that he combined, and this is another coil for the branch. So I hope you enjoy trying out these different methods to make almost anything you want using clay.